Now this is the law of the jungle, as old and as true as the sky. And the wolf that shall keep it may prosper, but the wolf that shall break it must die. As the creeper that girdles the tree trunk, the law runneth forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. Welcome, everyone, to Destiny Month here on GameScoop Thursdays. I am Captain Novabomb, aka Alex O'Connor. Joining me here is Hunter Extraordinaire Joe Camarillo.
Monk, monk.
And also the Warlock, who will be seen Nova bombing people in the face also, Mr. Terence Thompson.
Terence! What's up? What's up?
So we are here at episode 3, and all September long, like we have been talking about, is going to be Destiny Month. So we're going to be discussing all things Destiny. We're going to have a ton of content from gameplay videos that I know a lot of us are going to be shooting up. To just talking about the great things that are happening in this game. It's a game that we've waited a very long time for, and well, now we're actually going to be able to get to play it.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Man, I just paid mine off last night, too. Whew.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful feeling.
Man, how many days? Wait. We're right up on it, ain't we?
I've actually got the exact countdown here. Now, keep in mind that this is based on Eastern Standard Time, so everything's going to change. And by the time this is released tomorrow, which is actually Thursday because we are recording on Wednesday, everything is going to be a little different. But as of right now, there are 5 days, 11 hours, 14 minutes, and 14 seconds left until Destiny.
5 days.
So basically, in human waiting times, it feels like a year. But
pretty much, yeah.
Ooh, it's creeping around the corner. Weekend's going to pass, and guess what?
It's Destiny time.
Break out the ghost.
9-9. Been waiting for this for quite some time. All right. Well, Terence, since you are our guest this week, why don't you tell us a little bit about the class you're going to play as and what you liked about it?
Most definitely. Yeah, man. I know when I had when I was on the beta, I was playing as the Warlock. My main thing I love about the game mainly was just like the world that everything was crafted in. I just love like the landscapes at every level. Like even when you went back to certain levels, like the enemy placements was different. So it was just like even if you played the same level twice, it felt a little different, you know. So it was epic, man. Like I just love the whole just atmosphere the game put you in. It was a beautiful thing. I love it. I can't wait for it to come out.
I know we've talked about the Skybox for well, I'm not sure if we talked about it that long on the show, but I know that before shows and everything, you and I, Joe, were thoroughly discussing the Skybox and how we lost a couple hours there, multiple occasions at night on the alpha and the beta.
I lost my wife at one point. She was like, I don't get it.
She was doing her own thing.
She's like, are you coming to bed? I felt weird at that moment because Alex and I are sitting there and we're walking around this place and we're walking around the map and then we're sitting on the edge and we're looking out at the sky and then we're looking over the caverns, you know, and we're sitting on the ledge and we're just taking, you know, just taking this all in and just, I mean, it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. We just captivated, you know. I'm sitting in my little man cave. It's dark and I'm getting all this ambient color, you know, from the TV. And I'm like, man, this is really nice.
Yeah, man,
and she's...
Go
ahead.
I wonder if that thing that the like augmented reality that they were talking about with the Kinect, I think. I wonder if that will eventually come into play, and just like extending the TV screen almost to your wall. Maybe you can get the stars and everything shooting up on your ceiling at night.
If they did that, that'd be nice.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry 3 tears on my left eye if that happens.
He said 3 tears.
They're just gonna fall in random succession. They're just gonna...
Oh man. So, I mean, in the first episode, I think it would just be good to talk about our favorite moments that we had, just throughout the alpha and the beta. And I know that one of my personal favorites from the alpha is actually when Joe and I were playing, and we found the area that they showed the first gameplay video for Destiny off. Just finding all the cars and the skeletons and everything. I think there was a dead ghost out there, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a couple of dead ghosts, actually, I think, and then maybe loot chest.
Yeah, I think there was some loot, and I know that we were trying to, first time I tried, I saw that nice little other piece of roadway that I wanted to try and get to, and well, there was an invisible wall there, but hey, it was fun.
Oh
Man,
yeah,
just
yeah, there was.
yeah, you
There's,
remember that now?
yeah, yeah.
It's
Now I
like
kept thinking about the car where we were talking about what we were looking for.
oh yeah, where we found the bodies at least. I kept
Yep,
thinking
yep.
something was going to come jumping out at us. I was fully expecting to be ambushed by Fallen at that point, but that never happened, which I think was a good, because maybe they would have been those the question mark level Fallen that are extremely deadly. Terrence, did you run into anything like that? Did you make the mistake in going down into a cave in Destiny?
Yeah, I went in there, tried to go by myself, and I was playing on the hardest difficulty at that point in time. And yeah, I got lit up pretty adequately. I remember, I think it was the first mission actually, like when you're like in the cave, and then you had like the two pillars, and you was fighting the big captain that comes out of the hole in the wall.
Right, right.
Yeah. When that happened, I was playing by myself. I was trying to be all big and bad, and it didn't go how I thought it was gonna go. And I was like, maybe I can do this by my lonesome. The game said no. Yeah,
He
it
said
didn't
the
happen.
game said no.
Yeah, it was like no, this ain't that kind of game right now.
No dice. No
Nah,
dice.
nah, but it was just like I like how they threw the challenges at you like that though. Like if you even like attempted to go and battle enemies that was at a higher level than you, they let you know that you had to work to beat them. Like
Yeah,
there
they
was
did.
no just walking up and just getting headshots and thinking you was gonna make it out. That ain't gonna happen.
Joe and I, during the alpha, we ended up finding a kind of building that's kind of burnt out in the ground. We ended up walking down there, and there was a giant hive acolyte, was it, that, or hive knight, that had a war hammer basically. And as soon as we saw that thing, we booked it out of there. That thing was that
I
wasn't
think the
taking
noise
any
is what scared
damage.
the heck out of me.
Yeah, there was the noise
It
too.
was just the noise, man.
I know that the first time you and I played the beta together, we went back there, and it was nice to see that it was still there. Hopefully, it'll still be there when the full game releases next week on September 9th in 5 days. Hopefully, it'll still be there, and eventually we'll be able to take it down. But I remember just us when we went down into that area at first and saw it there. We ended up running out, and then we just watched two guys go over there, and we're thinking like, oh, well, this is going to end very badly for them. And we just see him jump down, and everything's okay. You just see him walking for a second, and then you just start
you
seeing
talking
their
about the one? Okay, I
yeah,
remember now. Yeah.
you
Because you
see
jump
the
over the edge.
right, and it's
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I wish I could have participated in the alpha, man. The alpha sounded like it was such a beautiful thing. Like I
Dude,
wish.
Alpha was
It
smooth,
was
dude. It
great.
ran as smooth as the beta did. I couldn't believe that was an alpha.
Really?
Like I had said at the time of the alpha, it was the best and most complete game I had played on a next-gen console, and that was only an alpha.
Wow, yeah, because I know when I was playing the beta, like as soon as I think like the level cap was 8. So as soon as
Yeah.
I hit 8, like I was waiting for like some more missions to pop up. Because for a minute I forgot I was playing the beta. I was like, this is just the beta. Then I was like, this is beautiful, man. Like they had that thing crafted so beautifully. Like it was so.
You didn't have to get level cap twice.
Yeah. I had like 3 different characters. Like it was crazy.
Speaking of, did you get a chance to go to the moon when they opened it up for that 3-hour period? I think it was.
See, I had saw the moon there, and then I went over there a couple times, and then I think I missed the opening because I heard about it after the beta.
Oh.
Yeah, I had missed it, like, because I had to work. But then I had went back, and I just kept on, like, checking. Like, every time I played, I was going back and checking to see, like, why is this here? I was like, why is the moon here? Like, I see it there, but, like, can't do nothing. Why is it here?
Bungie, they'd love to tease. I mean, look at all the level 10, 20 gear
Yeah,
that you were finding in-game that you weren't able to use.
exactly. Like, I had so much gear, and I was just looking at it, and I just sat there, and I was so depressed. I was like, I want to put this on now.
The moon was beautiful. And it was almost like stepping into the Law of the Jungle trailer, which was the first trailer they showed off, which, if you're wondering what I was reading from, that was the Law of the Jungle by the second Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. That was also shown off read by Giancarlo Esposito in the Law of the Jungle trailer that they released for Destiny that was directed by Jon Favreau. So I mean, they showed off a lot of vehicular combat in the moon, and that trailer. And once you actually got to play this portion of the moon, when they opened it up in the beta, it was exactly like that.
Ah, man, I wish I could
Yeah.
have participated in that. Like that was because I heard about it and I didn't see nothing on it. But when I heard about it, I felt so sad. I said, I want to be there. I wanted to see it so bad. Yeah,
That
man.
moon
I
was
I remember
nice.
that trailer though. I remember when the first trailer come out. Yeah, when they showed that and I saw it, I was like, I wonder what this is going to be like.
just like it, just like it. I
uh,
wish I got more time on the moon. I only had about 20, 25 minutes personally, but that's just scheduling. Had to schedule. I didn't know what was happening, so it was just spare of the moment thing that I ended up being able to do. But just when Destiny comes out, I think I'm definitely going to be spending a big portion on the moon.
who knows else what's going to be opening? They're probably going to find something else more beautiful than that.
Oh, I bet. If you did you play on Shores of Time on Venus, the multiplayer
Yes,
map? Yeah.
yes. So I spent a lot of time.
Venus is going to be beautiful. I think that's going to have a lot of garden areas, and I think something called the Citadel, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that, and I think the Vex are going to be the main enemy. So the time-traveling robots will be our main foes on Venus.
Nice.
Venus, oh,
Trying to get caught
baby,
that
she's got
sidetrack.
it.
You did that
Mm.
every single time we started playing on that map.
What?
You started singing that every single time we played on Venus in the beta. Every single time.
It's because it gives away my age, I guess. I don't know. I love that song. I love that song. I think I'm gonna make that my ringtone.
Speaking of the multiplayer, what was your favorite map, Terence?
Me, my favorite map was probably like the one I was talking about earlier, like that. Just that initial. I can't think of the name of the area, but that initial one, like right after you get the ghost, and then you had to go to right after you get your vehicle and the ship and everything. That first mission right after that, whenever you had to go, like just you had this big open area, and you just had to like,
Old Russia.
yeah, I can't think of the name of the area, but that part.
Cosmodrome, Old Russia.
Yes, yeah. The old Russia. Yeah, as soon as you're like right on that map, like that was probably my favorite part because just actually just being opened up to that area, and then you can just go around and do whatever you want to, and just scout this entire area. I was like, this is crazy because I was
It's
just like this, like everything on that level, like it was so detailed, and just the graphics, and like how you could see the planets off in the distance and everything. Just the ambience of everything was just on point. Like I just love like the atmosphere they put you in. That was probably my favorite part of that entire gameplay experience, just witnessing that.
and I think we may have discussed this in episode one about well, maybe we didn't, about favorite multiplayer maps. And for me personally, it was the Shores. Well, actually, my favorite one had to be the one on Mars, which I don't remember the name of off the top of my head, but that was my favorite one because Mars, I think, was just the most beautifully crafted multiplayer map I've ever seen. Just out of
Mars
any
was
game I've ever played.
Yeah, Mars was real nice. Yeah, no, I love the other multiplayer map though, the one on Venus like that. When I had
That
saw
was
that,
so good.
yeah, it was so good because I was just like, man, for a multiplayer map, like it, even though yeah, it's developed by Bungie, but like it had that Halo essence to it. So all of a sudden I was like, this is sexy right now. I was like, this is too good.
Yeah, I know that. I was kind of hesitant to use the sniper rifle at first in multiplayer, because I was mainly trying to do it on First Light on the moon, and it wasn't really working out so well for me. I mean, it was a larger map, so I thought I'd be okay with it, but I actually turned out to be a lot better using the sniper rifle on Venus, which is more tight quarters, and not really sure how exactly, but I just found a nice little perch to sit on, and pretty much anyone that came up to control point C got a headshot.
Nice. Yeah, see me, I've never been like really, really too big of a fan with sniper rifles or anything. Always been more the assault type guy. But like just like you said though, like if you find a good spot, especially on Venus, like it's if you find that good spot on there, especially around control point C, whenever you was like near there, that was a nice spot up there. And if you do nice work with a sniper, you can get up there.
How about you, Joe? What was your favorite multiplayer map?
Say what?
What was your favorite multiplayer map on there?
I liked Mars and Venus. I missed one thing in Mars though. There was just one thing that Mars was missing.
What was that?
Blow it up. It obstructs my view of Venus.
It does? That's a shame.
You don't remember Marvin the Martian?
Marvin the Martian.
Modulator.
That was good. That was good.
No,
No.
well,
Yeah, I'll probably get in trouble for that one, but sorry, guys.
I don't think so. I mean, some people use audio
Well, wait.
clips from things in there.
That's over 20 years, right? Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I liked
I'm,
Earth. Really, I liked Earth.
I'm a little curious to see if, when we're exploring Mars, if we might find the Mars rover out there somewhere, just kind of
Oh.
sitting there, maybe.
knowing them, they might throw that in there just to like, be like, oh, you found it? We're gonna
Right,
warrant something.
That would be really interesting to see, and maybe even finding the flag from the moon landing. That would be cool to see.
That would be so sick.
Sitting there.
And then you see a diner and says, "Welcome to Arizona," or to New Mexico.
Oh,
Ah,
that's bad. Let's see. So I mean, Destiny is good. Probably, well, it's on track to become the biggest game of the year. I know with a lot of people, it already is the biggest game of the year. It became the most pre-ordered new game in history. So I mean, I think
what was that
it
number?
is-
Remember that number? What was it? What was it like?
Oh, I can't
8
remember.
million?
It
8 billion.
It was
8
probably
million?
somewhere around there. I don't remember off the top of my head. But I mean, that is just. I mean, Destiny, for one, is a massive undertaking. Just having all those living and breathing worlds, and everything's going to be, continuing. So even if you log off, everything's still going to be going on. The world is still going to be moving. People are still going to be playing, and you're going to be able to get updates about that on your phone, supposedly. I'm not sure how the notifications are going to work yet. I assume it's going to be through the Destiny Companion app, which you can download now, which I highly recommend because it is awesome.
Mhm.
Just having that to where maybe you'll be sitting in class one day or at work on your lunch break, and all of a sudden you just look on your phone and see all these updates. Like maybe there's a massive sandstorm on Mars, and you're thinking, wow, that would be really cool. So if you get a chance to go to Mars during that time period and just see this huge, massive sandstorm coming in towards you, I mean, you're going to have to think, how is that going to affect your gameplay? You're not going to be able to see, it, depending on how strong it is, but if it's a really powerful one, you're not going to be able to see that far in front of you. So then you have to wonder what's lying ahead of you. Is there an enemy hiding up there? And, well, even though the Cabal, which are going to be massive, it might be a little hard to miss those even in a sandstorm, but you just have to think about those things. I mean, how is that going to affect gameplay, do you think?
I'm not worried about gameplay. I'm worried about how it's going to affect people's grades because I'd be skipping out. I'm going home. I got to see this.
Yeah,
Bro,
that
that's
is...
everything.
Sorry, I got to go. Destiny calling.
Pretty much. I think that's going to... Well, I don't think that's going to happen. I know that's going to happen on more than one occasion with some people. Because, I mean... Maybe I think that all schools should have planned their curriculum and lessons this semester or this year around Destiny.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. Because I mean, when you really think about it, you can learn a lot by how the universe works.
Yes, you
It should be
can.
a curriculum based around Destiny. Period. Like that shit.
It's
The
the
budget.
Destiny 101, how the universe works, how to coexist with Awoken. Things like that.
You got go have a ghost training class.
Right. Ghost
How to-
training class. How to use your Ghost 101.
How to become legend. That's
Oh, there's a good one. Yeah, that
That's
would have
good.
to be a class. That would have to be a class.
I would have.
So I mean, I'm just gonna be really interested to see how the weather works on each planet, and how, if something like a sandstorm popping up, how that's going to, just how everything is going to look. Because I mean, it's going to be the same area that you're in on Mars, but it's going to look completely different due to the sandstorm. And I think that's just an awesome feeling. Like, is something going to get buried up? Maybe. Let's say if there is the Mars rover, if that is sitting out there, what if that is a timed event to where maybe the first month of release you can go over and see it? But then after that first month, they decide, let's have Mars have a really bad sandstorm, and then during that, it covers up the Mars rover, and you'll never be able to see it again. Something like that would be really cool to add into the game, to where those people that actually went out there and explored and found it, I mean, they'll be the ones that have the picture and the video of them finding it, and then they'll be able to go back and see where it used to be. And I think that's really cool if something like that can happen in the game.
You know, I want to make note on that because, you know, when I was listening to them talk on the podcast, their wonderful podcast that they have, they were talking about how to become legend, you know, and they were talking about things about the golden age and all that. And I bet dollar to donut that they're going to have something like that, because part of becoming legend and all that and is going to be finding those, you know, once in a lifetime situations that only people at that time, you know, that were involved in it, they're going to be the only ones that were involved in it, you know. And that's part of the reason I'm so excited about this game. And I think that this game, once again, here I'm going to go back into that same thing again, where as a Sony fan, I'm just glad that we finally get to hang out with some of these people and developers like that, because we haven't had anybody like that cared that much to put so much in the storyline for us.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I think this is the only game that has had like dynamic changes, like in like real time, kind of like that. I think the only other game that ever done that was, I think, like World of Warcraft did it for a couple of the patches. Like, I remember I was talking with someone, and they were saying like there was this one big like landscape, and it was like one of the most beautiful landscapes in the game. And then I remember, I think it was either the Burning Crusade or another one, but an expansion came out and it pretty much wiped all of that out. Now it's nothing but like this big lake and stuff. So it's pretty much like only people that played at a certain time was able to see that. And the simple fact that they bringing that to pretty much like a wider scale, because you're going to have more people playing on more systems, and more people going to be able to witness things like this, and then they're going to see things get captured on pictures or videos, then that's pretty much going to be it. That's going to be the only way you're going to be able to see it after those changes happen. So that's pretty cool to know that that's a possibility coming up in this.
Well, they already did something like that, because during the 3-hour period when they opened up the moon in the beta, if you played it during that time, you're going to get an exclusive emblem to be able to use in the full game release. It didn't, you didn't get a notification or anything that popped up in your game saying, hey, you got it. But I guess anybody who played during that 3-hour period who went to the moon will get that emblem. And Bungie said that they know who was there. So I guess they had it all through the Bungie account, which you can link to your PlayStation or Xbox account. So I guess, I guess once you start up the game, be expecting a nice little beta emblem to be waiting for you.
See, I'm salty because I couldn't go.
There'll be more stuff. I think actually right now, if you do the planet view that they're working with Google Maps, if you've heard about that.
Oh yeah, you get a street view of the planets. Yeah.
Yeah. If you go everywhere and watch every video right now on there, you're able to get a special emblem to be able to use in there as well. That they'll give you for doing that. So I guess you'll enter in some account information or something at some point in time. I haven't done it yet. I will be today. But, that's cool just to have that there. And then you can use it, store it, sell it, I don't know, whatever you want.
That's sick.
Speaking of selling things and buying things, when it came to the beta and the alpha, I know Joe and I, we had many discussions on these when we were playing, especially in the screens where we were going to a location and we could show off the nice ships and everything. When it came to that, I knew that nothing was going to carry over anyway. So when it came to spending Glimmer in-game, I wasn't worried about buying armor, buying weapons or anything. I was just saying, I'm going to go out, I'm going to buy myself a nice ship and a sparrow.
You were a snob. You were a snob.
And it's like everybody else is running around like, hey, I just bought this new gun. I just bought this cool piece of armor. I'm sitting there with the gun that I actually started off with, the very first gun you get in the game. That was actually what I was using for a very long time during the beta, because I was like, nope, I'm saving up for a ship. And then I bought a ship and I was flying around with a ship, and at some points in time I was the only one with a fancy new ship, and I was like, yeah, I bought this because I knew nothing was going to carry over, so at this point, I really don't mind. And of course, when the full game comes out, and everything, you can end up finding a sparrow, because if you found all the golden chests in Old Russia, it actually gives you a sparrow, an upgraded sparrow, than the one that you start off with. And as it turns out, it was the exact same one that I had purchased. So I found that very amusing.
That's dope.
So, I mean,
Yeah, he went all
just went out and bought
bourgeoisie
that.
on us.
Yeah, so Jeremy might be joining our call right now. I added him to the call, so I'm not sure if he is in or not. I guess we'll just...
I'm pretty sure I'm here.
Oh, good. He's here.
Yeah, you
Like, he is sure that he is in the building. He is with us right now.
How you doing, brother Jeremy?
I'm doing all right. Tired, but doing all right.
Well, right now we're just talking about things that you can buy in the game, such as ships and sparrows. Did you end up buying anything along that line?
Well, the only time I ended up playing the alpha was when I was over at your place, so no, I didn't get to. What other stuff do they have as far as the ships and things like that? As far as I'm aware, those are just aesthetic differences for the ships, aren't they?
Yeah. I know at least with the sparrows, there was like upgraded boost, better turning capabilities.
The
And maybe
sparrows did have actual upgrades on them. I think the actual like player ships, though, that you use it to, for example, to enter a multiplayer game. I'm pretty sure those were just aesthetic differences, right?
I think so. Yeah. I think that was only for show with the ships.
Now, is it going to stay that way?
Well, I guess we'll find out next Tuesday.
Yeah, they haven't shown us anything that the ships would be used for, really, other than just to travel so far. So it seems like it's just aesthetic for now.
Well, during the Iron Banner, when they opened that, you could win what they were online calling the Space Bus, which was a like huge, massive looking ship that you could get from the Iron Banner. And I ended up seeing a picture of it finally. And if you were like me in the Iron Banner, for some reason you really didn't win anything, despite how good you were doing. So, well, I mean, I did get some things from there, but it was nothing I was able to use. Joe, didn't you end up winning something good from the Iron Banner? I can't remember.
Yeah, the joy of taking part in the Iron Banner.
All right, that's fair enough.
Good answer.
Fair enough. Yes.
No,
And
I
speaking of
didn't. I
Iron
don't
Banner, Terence, did you end up joining in on the Iron Banner at all? Were you able to play during when they opened that?
I think that was another time when I was working and I couldn't get on there. When was it? When did they open that up? Do you remember?
That was kind of sporadic because it happened like twice a day for a couple days, and then I think like right at the end of the beta, it just kind of kept popping up and going out.
Yeah, I played heavily that last day. I'm trying to remember. I know I didn't get in there, but I'm trying to remember if I saw it open and I just didn't do it just because I was scared and I didn't know exactly what was going on. So I think I had saw it, but I didn't go in there because I know I was playing the one multiplayer mode on Venus. Like I was playing that like heavily. Like I was all on that. Like.
I know that the day before they opened the Iron Banner, Joe and we were playing with one of our friends, Mythonian, on the PS4, and we ended up just kind of standing near the event area, just kind of looking. We're like, wow, I wonder what's back there, and I wonder what it's going to be used for. The very next day, it's like, hey, the Iron Banner's open. Go to that location that is marked events on the map, and then we discovered, like, wow, we were having a actually more like 20-minute tower dance party in front of this thing yesterday. And ironically, that's exactly where it opens up.
Dang.
I think we saved video of that, didn't we?
Yes, I do have the Tower Dance Party. It is on YouTube, and it will also be playing on the YouTube stream when this video is uploaded there.
Nice.
I need to see that.
We were getting down.
Yeah, I still remember there was like at least one or two people that came up and were just like, "Oh, wonder what these guys are doing. They've been standing here for a while. They're only dancing. We're gonna walk away now." One person joined in at first and then left.
It was Captain
See,
Nova Bomb and the Nova Bombettes.
I don't know if I don't know if anyone remembers playing RuneScape, but that reminds me, like World of Warcraft and stuff like that too. People just like join in randomly on stuff like that, and you just end up having like these huge, hilarious, pointless parties, and that was a lot of fun. I imagine it was kind of hilarious.
It was. I mean, it's just fun to be running around. Maybe there's a bunch of enemies standing around you. You just start dancing, and then the other person starts dancing, and then you just dance and shoot people at the same time. So, I mean, it was a.
Sounds like the Wild West.
I mean, it was an amusing time just doing that, and then I think what ended up becoming a favorite of some people within the Bungie community was actually when playing Control and taking a capture point. Wow, that was weird. When taking a capture point, just dancing while capturing at the same time.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm going to do that when I'm idling over in the enemy base or the enemy point. I'm just gonna be dancing on it.
Yeah, I died a few times while doing that just because I didn't have myself positioned correctly to be able to view all the access points into the capture point. So, but a couple times I did that, and the guy I was with joined in, whoever it was, the random person that was on my teammate. So thank you, teammate, because I think we ended up winning that round anyway.
Nice.
And looking good while you did it.
Shout out to the
Yes,
squad.
and looking very good. Yeah, and then shout out to that one squad that Joe and I played against that was just consisted of warlocks, an all warlock enemy.
Woo.
That sounds explodey.
It was just I think it was like every like minute and a half or something. I just heard Joe like, "Oh, there's another Nova bomb." I'm like, "Yeah, it's happening."
Boosh.
Yeah, I'll be as far away as possible from those guys.
Dude, they were everywhere, man.
They really were. I mean, that was part of the fun of it, to be able to go into multiplayer rounds, and you don't know what the other person. You don't know what the enemy team has. You don't know if they're going to have a bunch of hunters or maybe more titans.
Right? Yeah,
and
it's different. It's different than Halo, where everyone's basically on the same field, and the only advantages they're going to get from above you are on the map. Not from their character. The character is exactly the same, just like in Call of Duty. For the most part, your character is still basically the same with a few like stat tweaks here and there. Nothing is vastly different as a warlock playing against a hunter or something like that. I think we said before. It's like the classes in Borderlands, how different they were. Except now you can actually fight each other with them.
Right.
Oh yeah, you can do little PvP things if you so choose.
Nice.
In Borderlands, but
those were useless in Borderlands. They were terrible. The first Borderlands was actually pretty good because they had the arenas you could unlock, and those were kind of fun. The second Borderlands, you just had to like melee each other, and you had this like tiny area to fight in, and it was bad.
It didn't if you wasn't it that if you went outside the area you just died, or could you get outside?
Yeah, you forfeited if you left the area. It was really dumb.
But I kept running into the problem where if I was playing with friends in Borderlands 2, they'd just all come up and hit me, or actually what happens is if you're just messing around and just whacking people to try and initiate the challenge, what would happen is you'd run up to one of your friends, hit them, and then they'd hit you back, and it's like, oh no, well, I'm screwed. But I mean, that's just one of the good things about Destiny multiplayer is you don't know what the enemy team is going to have. You don't know what classes they're going to have, what weapons they're going to have, what abilities even, because with the subclasses, you don't know if you're going to have a warlock that is a Sunsinger or a Voidwalker. So you're going to have to watch out for those things. And that's going to be one of the things that is going to keep Destiny multiplayer going and keeping it from getting stale.
That's true.
I wonder if MLG will ever get a hold of Destiny, or if Bungie will ever jump into MLG with Destiny, because I think people would rather watch a well-versed team of warlocks, titans, and hunters that work well together play against another team versus watching COD.
That's an interesting idea. Bungie, I feel they would back the idea if MLG decided to grab a hold of it, but it's the ball's in MLG's court, so to speak, right now because they've traditionally stuck with games that are very, very rigid, and that don't have a whole lot of customization options there. There are some exceptions, but they haven't, as far as I'm aware, haven't branched into anything quite as crazy as Destiny yet. Now it depends on if Bungie actually supports it by adding different things into the game. But if they do support competitive play a lot more, then I would be really interested to see what people come up with teams. And even if MLG doesn't do it, I still imagine just having competitions and stuff like that would be a ton of fun.
No, you know it, man. It would be. I think that would be vicious.
I'm not too big on the MLG stuff, but I think what would be a good game mode, at least for Destiny and MLG, would be I think it is Skirmish, which is actually 3 versus 3, and you can revive your teammate and everything. That would be the, I think, easiest way to try and make up, because it'll be only teams of 3, so you'd have the option to have your team consist of a Warlock, Titan, and Hunter, or consist of all Warlocks or Titans and such things as that. So, that would be interesting if they did integrate into the MLG circuit, at least with some of the gameplay modes in Destiny.
I'd love to see that. Just the competitions between players. I'd love to see that. Just a dynamic scale of what it could be.
Right? Can we get actual Destiny teams and have a legit tournament between them? I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, because I think Destiny is more of a, if played correctly in the right mode, would be an awesome chess match. You know what I mean?
True.
Seriously,
right? Exactly. Yeah.
I really, because I view Destiny as a chess game where, and I'll probably catch flack for it, but COD and games like that more like checkers,
Yeah, I agree with that 100%, most definitely. But if we do make teams, I want a jacket.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna have
I want a
starter.
starter. I want a starter
We
jacket.
we need jackets. They need to be leather.
Members only jackets.
Do you join
On a team with fingerless glove.
you want this jacket? Well, too bad. It's only for our team. Good luck. have
tryouts.
Yeah, we'll have tryouts. Have it be like the from the Dark Knight where the Joker throws down the pool stick and he's just like, we're gonna have tryouts. Fight to the death. Only one position open. Good luck.
I want to be the Adam Sandler, what was his name? The golfer, the movie, the Adam Sandler golf.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. Yeah, I want to be the Happy Gilmore of the team.
Want the gold jackets.
Yeah, I want the gold jacket from Shooter McGavin.
Gonna be Gucci jackets.
Oh, now you're getting designer on us, Terence.
You already know.
Yeah, I can't afford Gucci.
I don't think. Well, I don't know. No Gucci.
Gucci.
I like how that's the decision there. It's just Alex, just no Gucci.
No. I don't know. No matter how good it feels or looks, I don't think I'd be walking around and someone asked me like, "Hey, what type of jacket is that?" I'd just be like,
It's Gucci.
It's a jacket.
It's Gucci. It's Gucci.
It's Gucci right here. You can't have this. You gotta be on the team. This Gucci right here. You can't have this.
It's a team-based Gucci exclusive. They do.
Nice.
It's team-based Gucci-produced paraphernalia.
Oh,
This is so
not the
exclusive.
paraphernalia.
Right?
This is
They
so
do.
You gotta say it that. Oh man. We could get jackets at least for the podcast. That would be interesting.
That would be next level.
Let's see here. Another one of my. I mean, just another favorite moment had to come from the alpha, actually, when I joined Joe, and he had already been playing for a little while before I jumped on. And the first thing that happened once he got into the party, he's just like, man, I need you to come in this game right now. I am in the process of taking on a Devil Walker. So it was like, as soon as I jumped in, just ran to his location, took out a couple fallen, jumped up on top of the building he was on, looked over and like, oh, wow, okay, just you and me and a Devil Walker. This is gonna be fun. That was that was a good 15 minutes we spent on that thing, taking it down.
Yeah, it was just you and me too.
It was, and we have the video for it. We have the video to prove it that we took it down.
That's it.
I still
You do. I don't think I recorded that one.
No, I ended up recording it. It's on YouTube at least, so that will be playing also on our YouTube stream of the podcast when it's uploaded.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I mean that was just a lot of fun doing that, and then later playing on the strike mission, and that's where the Devil Walker actually appears, and even some of the public events where they just drop a Devil Walker. I mean, it's a lot of fun taking on one of those, and even in the public event, I think the one time that it dropped down when you and I were playing, this was during the beta, and we had at least 5 people total, and I think that was actually during that portion where it was like half an hour to an hour that we were holding just that one area of old Russia for no apparent reason other than just the fact that we could. I mean, we were just doing that. Any enemy that spawned in, just take them down. Then they drop Devil Walkers, whatever they felt like. And it was like, hey, all of us were taking it down. You know, eventually it was down from 5 to 3 people. But I mean, it was a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah, the Devil Walker segment, that was crazy though. It was just me and one other guy. It was just 2 of us. And I tell you, that was the longest time of my life that I've been stressed. That was so stressful.
Like you just see the red beam from the cannon. It's like, oh gosh, I need to move or I'm dead.
It was like closer towards when it started dying, I started getting into like a rhythm. Like as soon as I saw the light come, I was like, okay, he about to get crazy, and I just started flying. I was like, I'm done with this.
Yep, standard boss fight procedure.
Exactly. Why fight when I can fly?
Lock it down.
How about fighting Septicus Prime? That was a lot of fun. That was a really good boss fight fighting Septicus Prime.
No, what was really good was finding that gold chest underneath.
Oh yeah, that was right there. Yeah, have to go. And interesting thing about the that golden chest, at least you have to be playing the strike mission to get it, I believe. Yeah, because that area isn't even accessible through Explore. So you have to be playing the strike mission in order to find that golden chest. So that's definitely something that you're gonna have to watch out for.
It's interesting to have the layers like that, so that you kind of have to do everything to completely explore it. You can't just mainline one kind of mode and do it. Like you're not going to get the whole experience just playing the strike missions, but if you just explore and you don't actually go and take a risk in one of these strike missions, you're not going to get a lot of the stuff either. I think that's pretty cool.
Right, and it'll be definitely a lot of fun to see if you're playing a raid, I don't know if you're going to have much time to be looking around, because those just from what they've said on raids, those are going to be the most challenging and intense things of the game. So I mean, if they hide a golden chest in a raid, I think there's going to be a pretty decent amount of time before someone actually finds it.
That's true.
That's very cool.
I mean, it's just gonna be a whole lot of fun, and I'm sure, of course, knowing Bungie, there's gonna be tons of Easter eggs hidden away in raids.
I'm excited. I'm almost as excited to go through and just like find like lore through here. I'm weird like that, but I think that's gonna be a lot of fun.
To find what?
To find lore, like things
yeah. I thought you said
like
lard. I was like, what?
Who knows? Maybe they have maybe they have a lard shortage in the future. Maybe that's why humanity collapsed, because they ran out of lard.
Not enough fat, man. We need it.
I think we're on to something here.
We need lard and butter at the same time. We need to get Paula Dean. We need to go ahead and get her back in.
Paula Dean was the reason for the humanity's golden age. That's perfect. There it is.
Exactly. It's all shut down now. It's over.
Yeah, Paula Dean died and we all collapsed, and that's exactly what happened.
Kanye West did it.
This is gonna be.
They brought her back as a guardian.
No, she can't. She came back as the Devil Walker.
Boy.
This is actually an interesting topic. What do they eat in Destiny?
Man, you ready
I'm
for
an,
this?
man,
This
I'm,
is-
I'm an exo. Leave me alone. I don't eat anything.
Yeah.
Check your
You
food
just-
privilege.
Maybe get an oil change every now and again.
That synthetic dough.
Ballerine.
rice cake, ramen, and just a whole tube of peanut butter. That's it.
Oh man,
Richard Petty will be doing commercials.
Yeah, it's definitely peanut butter. It's definitely peanut butter.
peanut butter. Peanut butter will never.
They revived
Twinkies.
Washington Carver to develop a more edible version of peanut butter for
If
everlasting peanut butter.
if Twinkies can survive a nuke, I think they could survive the downfall of humanity's golden age. So maybe if you're walking around, you'll have like a Zombieland moment where you're just walking around some area of old Russia and then find a box of Twinkies.
I'm pretty sure the Traveler probably brought Twinkies.
Seeing how it's Peter Dinklage, he'll probably make mention of Twinkies.
The ghost, your ghost probably has a Twinkie compartment.
I have a Twinkie compartment. What are you talking about?
In my face, yes.
I want to
I
make
do-
mention something real quick, Alex. Real quick, I just saw something. I was going through on my phone. I was looking at some things with Destiny. You know that you've made it big as a game when Time Magazine is taking you in. Time Magazine has, and it was done September the 2nd, 2014 by Matt Peckham. Destiny launch guide, 16 facts to get you ready for the game. Ain't that something?
Oh, yeah.
That was in Time Magazine?
Time Magazine, dude.
That's impressive.
That's kind of epic.
You don't get games in there that often.
And
Might
I
have
mean,
to
it's
go out and
a
find
big
that one.
article.
It wasn't it 100 pages or something? Wasn't it like 100 pages or something? I think I heard.
Oh, I'm not sure how many pages it is. Because I'm just scrolling down. But
Another thing that people, I know they've discussed this a couple times on Guardian Radio, but you know that your game has made it big when it is immortalized in Lego form. So once there starts being Destiny, Lego sets coming out, I think I'm going to have to be spending a little more money on Destiny than I already am.
Big surprise.
They did it with Halo, at least. They got the Halo Mega Block set. So
They didn't. Don't you dare say they did Legos with Halo. They did Mega Blocks with Lego. They're not the same thing.
No, they're not the same thing, which is why I said Mega Blocks. But I mean, it would be interesting to
They
see.
did Duplo or Star Wars. That's so disrespectful.
It would be interesting to see. Maybe you could build a Lego version of the Traveler or a Lego.
I was gonna say,
Devil
or
Walker.
the Tower or something like that. That would be really cool.
The Tower. That would be an interesting one. That would be.
Going to
That
build
would have to be a
a
big
Lego
set.
Ghost.
Lego Ghost. You
Yeah,
can do that.
Lego Ghost would be cool too.
Someone's probably working on that as we speak right now. Someone
already
someone
done.
somewhere is building. Yeah, or already done. We just haven't seen it yet.
what's that?
Lego Ghost. Someone building an actual Lego Ghost.
With Peter Dinklage's soul inside of it. That would be the next level. It's literally going to be Peter Dinklage inside of a ghost, a Lego ghost. I'm going to call it mine. That's it.
Bungie has always had some voice actors that are celebrities in their own way. I mean, they had Nathan Fillion in Halo 3 and ODST, and a bunch of the cast of Firefly in ODST actually. So it was really cool to see Nathan Fillion and Gina Torres be the Hunter and Warlock Vanguards for Destiny. So I mean, having a mini Firefly reunion right there, and it would be interesting if you go throughout
Firefly,
the game and find some
yeah.
people.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be interesting, and especially finding the gunsmith actually in Destiny is the narrator from Bastion, so he's in there. There's some other people I know that a Quarian admiral from Mass Effect. I cannot pronounce the name of the character in game, and I can't pronounce the actress's name, so I'm sorry for that. But she is in Destiny as the FWC shopkeeper at least, and I'm not sure if she is the head of the FWC, if that's what it means, but she leads the shopkeeper for the FWC that you can find kind of in the tower hangar.
Future
So
it's interesting having little cameos from characters like that, and especially the Destiny or Firefly, things like that, because I know Bungie overall is huge fans of Firefly and Nathan Fillion and stuff, and those guys in general. I gotta go, guys. It was nice talking.
Always awesome to have you.
Yep, and I will talk to you guys later.
Yeah, see you, man.
All right, be cool, man.
Bye. Continue having Destiny discussions, I imagine. All right, see y'all.
See ya.
All right, be safe, Jeremy.
All right,
Peace.
bye.
So,
Hey, Alex, check out those. I sent you some things via message on the phone.
you sent me some just all through that entire goodbye from Jeremy. I just see my phone flash like, hey, Lego.
Yeah, did you see him? Did you see him?
I am clicking them. I'm looking at them right now. Is that real? Did they already do it?
I don't know. I was looking up Destiny Legos, so those are the pictures. It's on the internet. It should be true, right?
Yeah.
That is a rule and a law. It exists. It exists.
Everything on the internet. You can believe everything you read on the internet.
If it was on the internet.
Right. Yeah, because the internet is pure truth. The internet cannot
doesn't
lie.
lie.
Nobody on the internet can lie. So if those are real, then Destiny in a way, although I think those may have been Mega Blocks, so not the same thing as Legos, but along that line. So it's there, it's out there. Well, it possibly might be out there. I'm sure we'll find out. I want to see if they'll have Destiny action figures. I assume those are probably in the works.
It's gonna be my action figure.
A lot of that's actually one thing that they talked about on Guardian Radio at one point. To where there's actually a company that I think can take your World of Warcraft character and actually make it into a statue. So it would be really cool to see if they can take your character from Destiny and make it into a statue. So if you're playing as a warlock, you can go and get your character made into a statue and shipped to your house, and you can have it sitting on a table or a cabinet, wherever you want. I think that would be something really interesting to have custom action figures being able to be made.
They can do that, man. When I just went recently back down to Disney, and it was when they did, I guess it was the Star Tours there at Disney.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they did was especially with Han Solo and Carbonite, they would take your photo, and I mean for a nominal amount, they would put your face on there. So if they can do that, I mean, I'm sure they can do it. It's just a matter of how much money
you're willing to spend.
How much money? But for those of us who spend on ghost packages and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, just knowing what you and I have spent on Destiny, I think it's pretty much a given that whatever content they release for Destiny, we're going to be purchasing at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I've already got a bunch of the shirts before the Bungie store reset, and I'm working on getting the collection that they've got there right now. So, I mean...
I can't get any more T-shirts.
I mean, it's just...
no more.
It's just a lot of fun. The other day at PetSmart, I was walking around, and sometimes if I walk into Panda Express, some of the people just look at me and they're like, hey, that a Destiny shirt? I'll be like, yeah, it is. So people know about it. People recognize it now. It's gotten to be the game that people recognize instead of just walking around and having those same exact people just kind of look at you look at me when I was wearing that shirt prior to the alpha. They're just like, oh, there's that guy wearing a shirt with some logos are the same. It's got Bungie written on it, okay. And then after they started releasing a lot more of the gameplay, and after E3 and the alpha, it's like once they walk into those places and those people are there, it's like, oh, that's a Destiny shirt he's been wearing this entire time. So I mean, people are getting to recognize it, and obviously people are liking it. If it's become the giant hit pre-order wise that it has already. And I mean, just the stats that they released on how many people actually played the beta was amazing. I think it was like 4.6 million or something like that.
Yep. I took those numbers down. It was during Gamescom, and it was like 4.6 million. They broke all sorts of records, especially for a new IP and all that. They tore it up.
Oh yeah. I mean, you just know that they're going to be breaking a whole new set once it releases on Tuesday. You see, it's a great point. Now we can actually start saying on Tuesday, and people know now. You know, we don't have to keep saying next month or in September 9th. No, it's Tuesday now. It's that close. You can say Tuesday. So that is a good feeling to finally be here, so close yet so far away.
I got the wants.
Oh yeah. I don't think there'll be. I mean, I know that for at least me, and I think you as well, Joe, Destiny ruined us. When it comes to playing other games. Terence, did it ruin you?
Man, when I tell you, like, when the beta was out, I didn't literally play anything else. Like, I neglected my Wii U. My 3DS was looking at me like I was just cheating on it. All of my other systems got no love. Like, it was. So when they get full game releases, it's going to be bad. It's going to be so bad.
That's what it's called, a full game release.
Full game release.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah, Destiny ruined me. I remember that after playing it for so long, I think after the beta was over, I went and turned on some Halo 4, and as soon as I jumped in there, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. This is, I was just running around in Halo 4, and it's just everything was moving different. The guns weren't, the guns completely different. I think it was like just the desire to press the button and call in a spare, and it's like, wait, I can't do that here. And I'm thinking I had like a control aspect in mind, and it's like, oh wait, this is SWAT or Team Slayer. I'm not running around trying to capture points. I'm running around trying to get the highest kill count that I can. So I mean, Destiny ruined me. I look at my games now, and it's just like, oh, I don't even want to turn it on or anything.
It raised the bar most definitely, man. Like that. It basically makes you look at all other games and go, why are you not Destiny?
Yes, and I think I'd mentioned this on episode 1 of Game Scoop Thursdays, where it's all these great games. all these great games are coming out after Destiny releases, and I'm probably just gonna pick them up, and they're just gonna be sitting there, maybe playing for 5, 10, 15 minutes, but it's like, okay, well, you were fun. I'm going to go and play Destiny some more.
Exactly.
I feel, I'm not going to, well, I would say I'm not going to purposely try and neglect those games, but when it comes down to it, if I bring those games home, there's a good chance that they're just going to be sitting, in my case, unopened while I turn on and play some Destiny, because, I couldn't stop playing it during the alpha or beta. That's all I did. My family didn't know where I was. I remember one time I walked out one time, and actually I think it was when the beta ended that first day to go down for that 2-day maintenance. When I walked out there, I think my mom was like, "Oh, are you done? Are we finally going to be able to see you?" I was like, "No, well, for the next 2 days, but then it's back." Like, it's 90%
my sabbatical.
Pretty much 90% of my time at home when the Destiny beta and alpha were out was spent sitting in the exact same chair I'm sitting in right now, playing the game. So,
yeah, my girl was mad at me. I was playing it at her house. I brought my PS4 over to her house to spend time with her, and I was playing Destiny.
If I could have the ability to have a car that is self-driving and be able to hook up the TV and my system into the car and just play as I'm driving to work or whatever, that would be amazing. I would love that. Because then that would mean if I'm at work, I can just go out and play Destiny in my car on my lunch break.
I'm going on break. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Actually, what would be interesting is if the Vita, if the Vita can play Destiny as well, companion play.
Oh my God!
If I'm going to be able, if I hear stories of people that are at work and playing Destiny on their Vita,
I'm bringing my PS4 to work.
I am buying a Vita, and I'm going to be taking it with me everywhere because I'm just going to be sitting around. You know, if you go to a movie and you're waiting for the trailers to start, because sometimes the trailers are better than the movie. But I mean, you'll just be sitting there in the movie theater playing Destiny. I mean, that if something like that can happen, that would be amazing.
That would be another thing that would cause me to cry. Like I would just start tearing up right in the middle of the store, just looking at the Vita. I'm buying the white one because I want it.
I think there would be a problem if I was at work. I think I'd like forget to clock back in after my lunch break, or forget that I'm even on a lunch break, and I'd just be sitting there, and like 2 hours later they come back and like, hey, have you been sitting back here this entire time? Oh yeah, I'm sorry, did my lunch break just end? It's been 2 hours. Oh,
your shift is over.
Yeah,
your lunch break, your shift is over.
Shift is over.
Stores checking people out. And then you go be playing it while you're supposed to be checking people out. The line getting long. You sitting there, but hold on.
Hold on, let me
Terrence, get back here. Oh,
let me just finish the mission I'm on. Now that you ended that one, you start another one. It's like, oh, sorry, I can't stop now.
I'll think about checking you out. I don't know for sure, but I mean, if my ghost tells me to check you out, I'll do it.
I will acknowledge that you exist and are standing in front of me, but that will not make me pay any more attention to you than I already am.
Extent of this interaction.
The interaction of me looking up and maybe smiling and nodding at you, that, hey, I acknowledge your existence, that is as far as our interaction will go. That is our friendship in a nutshell. That is where it begins and that is where it ends. If you're not playing Destiny, I don't want to talk to you.
You gotta look up with the most straightest face that you can even think about. Just look at them, and look right back at the game. Just build.
Pretty much.
People are like, just leave him alone. He's playing Destiny. Can't you see that man's playing Destiny? Leave him alone.
You know, sometimes people joke about when a new Call of Duty comes out, that's when a lot of relationships are going to end, because the guy will end up even just playing Call of Duty the entire time. I can definitely see that happening with Destiny.
Mm-hmm. My girl gonna be mad at me, boy.
Yeah, my girl gonna be happy. She'd be like, yeah, why don't you go ahead?
Well,
Don't bother me tonight. Don't bother me tonight. Go play Destiny.
A couple that games together stays together. That could be a philosophy going into things.
See,
but I know, just winning.
As long as you have two consoles, because this ain't split screen.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not
I just bought my girl 3DS last night. Bought her the XL. So now I got her just on that like massively. I bought a Pokemon Y, so she's gonna be playing that. And now I'm gonna have to buy another PS4, another copy of Destiny, and try to get her into it, just so I'll have a reason to play more.
Terrence.
Yeah.
Then out of the three of us, I think you're in the best position to buy that nice, sweet, shiny-looking white one.
No, I'm gonna give her my old PS4.
Sorry.
All right. Okay, she can get the old one. You get the nice new shiny one, because I actually, no matter how badly I want that console, I don't have a need to have two PS4s.
Exactly.
So
I have a reason to get another one.
Which is, at least right now, I'm glad that they've released the Glacier White controller separately, because I am buying that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting, because I still only got one controller for my PS4, so I'm gonna get that for my second controller. And that's going to be mine, and everybody else get to play with the black one.
Right. Because, I mean, I'm going to be sitting here. I'm going to pop open the controller while the game is installing, and I'm going to plug it in. It's going to start charging, and I'm going to be playing on it the entire time. That is my official Destiny controller, the white one. that is its sole purpose in life. When I buy it, will just be for Destiny.
Speaking of, man, have you seen that? Not to bring us off Destiny, but that the limited edition Dragon Quest one?
No, I think I saw an article about it, but when I clicked it, the pictures weren't loading. And
it's supposed to be silver looking.
That sounds nice. Oh wait, no, I did see it actually, and it's got like got some like blob thing.
Yeah,
I've never played the games myself, so I don't know what it's called. So forgive me. I'm just calling it.
It's not Destiny. So
no. I'm just calling it the blue blob thing. I saw it. It looks nice. I liked it. Actually, I'm not a big Call of Duty fan. But I think it was the Modern Warfare 3 Xbox 360 that they released and the Advanced Warfare one coming up. I'm sorry, my dog is squeaking a toy in the background.
Oh man, I was like, who's jumping on the bed?
But at least the the Call of Duty consoles, they don't look that bad either. And the Advanced Warfare Xbox One looks pretty good. I can't wait to see the Halo 5 Guardians Xbox One that they release next year. Well, it's not official that it's happening, but odds are they'll most likely make a Halo 5 Xbox One, and I think at that point in time I might have to pick that one up because I'm a huge Halo fan. So if they have some Destiny themed controllers coming out or consoles coming out, maybe for Destiny 2 or something, I think I'll pick those ones up as well.
I'm definitely saving for the next go around.
Oh yeah. Well, at least I think there's going to be 2 years, so I think Destiny 2 at least won't be coming out until 2016, possibly. But I mean, we're going to have a good amount of time to explore every nook and cranny of the game, at least, next Tuesday, to when the first DLC releases, which is going to be in December. Did they give an exact release date on that deal? I don't remember if they...
I don't think I saw the exact release date on it yet.
Okay, yeah, because
it's coming out in December though.
Yeah, it is December because conveniently the Halo 5 Guardians beta also starts, or multiplayer beta also starts in December. Yep. So the first Destiny DLC at least will be in December, and that is the Dark Below, right? That's Dark Below, and then after that is the House of Wolves coming out, and that's going to be the second expansion pack.
Yeah, the Dark Below. Yeah, you're right. It's the first one.
Yeah, I think we talked a little bit about this, but microtransactions. I think they've said that there are going to be microtransactions in the game, but they're not going to be the pay to win. They are just gonna, they're not going to do that. So what I'm thinking, if Destiny does have microtransactions, I'm thinking that it's just going to be maybe cosmetic, where you might be able to purchase a gun, maybe a ship, some emblems, maybe color customizations for your Guardian, or maybe some armor. But when it comes down to the actual armor and guns, it's not going to be the type that are going to be so drastic to where anything you shoot at or anything you shoot at with that gun is just going to explode, and anything that hits your armor is fired back at you is just going to get absorbed into your armor and increase your weapon ability, which actually that sounds cool, but it's not going to be like that, I don't think.
I'm gonna be okay with whatever they do. That game is pretty awesome.
Color customization and stuff like that, stuff like that will be okay. But if they do something to where you get a gun that causes everybody in the room to die twice.
It's called a golden gun.
Gun. Imagine if you could unlock the golden gun.
You get a gun that shoots out attack Wolverines that go flying towards another Guardian's face and just rips it to pieces. And it has unlimited ammo. You don't have to reload. It's a bottomless pit, and that's all it does. Attack
Man, are
Wolverine.
you talking about like a Diablo Destiny crossover?
That would be some next level stuff. Imagine they had a Nicolas Cage gun.
Oh my gosh. Shoots out Nick Cage
It
everywhere.
shoot nothing but random babble at people. It'd be like,
It's over. It's
you're
over.
going to leave.
Put the bunny down. or maybe a Nicolas Cage mode where you go into that mode and everybody's face turns into Nicolas Cage.
You would ruin the game, man.
DK mode. That would be good, just as good as DK mode in GoldenEye. That would be beautiful. That would be so.
Oh man. So those of course are perfect examples of things that would be funny to see in Destiny, but of course will never ever exist in Destiny.
Hopefully.
Something about that, I wouldn't be too terribly surprised if something like that actually ended up popping into the game for a week or something. So,
for no reason at all. That would be
for no reason. Exactly. That's the best part, having Nicholas game mode for no apparent reason. You can play it for a week. Have fun. So, and Bungie Day is July 7th every year. So I think this year or this upcoming Bungie Day is going to be good. So I think there's going to be a lot of maybe a lot of multi. I think there's going to be a lot of exclusive things going on during that month. So like the Iron Banner or the opening of an area. I think there's going to be a lot of things like that going on this July at least, because now they're actually going to have Destiny instead of just maybe releasing the gameplay like they did this year. They're actually going to have a portion of the game that they could potentially release. Maybe that's when the second DLC will come out. Maybe that'll come out Bungie Day next year. That'd be interesting.
You want to know what else I would like that I know that would not ever exist? Just to see if they had Shovel Knight weapons in Destiny.
Shovel Knight.
Like yeah, I know
shovels?
You've been talking a lot about that one. That you've been enjoying that one. I haven't played it personally.
I can tell you this right now. Aside from Destiny, like so far this year is probably one of the best games to get released. Like it's beautiful, man. It's so good.
You said you put it on one of your top 5, right?
Yeah. Like I can comfortably say top 5 all time games. Like, cause I bought it on my 3DS first. Today, as soon as I get paid, I'm gonna get it on my Wii U, and then I'm getting my gaming PC in about like 2 months. As soon as I get done, I'm getting it on Steam.
Which one?
For every console that I have that is available on.
Oh man,
it's that good.
That's how I feel with Destiny, because I mean I'm buying it for the PS4 and Xbox One. So
yeah, I'm getting the Xbox One also, so I might get it on it. My main reason I'm getting the Xbox One mainly for the Halo 5 and the Halo Master Chief Collection. And
yes, it's gonna be amazing. Well, Jeremy, actually, who was with us earlier, he's gonna be picking up the Xbox One soon in time for Destiny, so that's what he's gonna be playing it on.
Okay.
So, it's gonna be great. And I know there is that feature to where if people don't have an Xbox One or PlayStation 4, but will eventually pick one up, if they do pick up Destiny on the 360 or PS3 right now, once they do get that new console, they're going to be able to
transfer over, right?
Yeah, pretty much transfer over. It's actually to the exact same point and everything where you were, because I don't remember who it was exactly, but whoever it was from the Guardian Radio community who tried it, he was playing it on one of his Xboxes, and when he went to switch over to the other Xbox, the game picked up exactly where he left off on the previous console. So
beautiful.
Kept everything that he had, all of everything carried over. So that's going to be a good feature too, where if people don't want to invest in one of the new consoles just yet, or maybe if they're waiting, maybe if they'll be getting it for Christmas or a birthday or something coming up, but they get Destiny now when it comes out on Tuesday. They're going to be able to, they'll be able to go into the game knowing that they won't feel like they've wasted an opportunity to maybe get a better experience on a next-gen console, current gen technically now, console, because they'll know that everything, all the work and effort that they're putting into the game on the 360 or PS3, all that's going to pay off when they get the new system, because it's still going to be there. Now, of course, if you go from, let's say, a PS3 to an Xbox One or a 360 to a PS4, your character can't transfer over that way because it's kind of console locked at that point.
Exactly. So now let me ask you that. Now, have you seen how the game looks on the PS3 to 360? Like how the graphics look, how the game actually plays? Does it differ that much between the two?
When the beta came out, I downloaded it on the 360, and all I did was when I got to the class selection screen, I personally couldn't do it because it looks so much better on a PS4 and an Xbox One than it did on the 360. And I know that Jeremy also at least got to I don't know if he played it at his friend's house, but one of his other friends had it on the PS3 and basically said the same exact thing that I just said. So there is a graphics downgrade on the 360 and PS3. I have heard that from comments made within the Guardian Radio community that the gameplay is still good. It still flows good. There just might be a little longer load times in between areas or going to a different location.
Okay.
But as I mean, it's still the same game. It's just, I personally
I
just
couldn't
think it looks
step
better
backwards. I couldn't step
yeah,
backwards.
I couldn't step
Oh, yeah.
backwards.
Yeah, because I know like whenever they did what game was that? Titanfall? Yeah, when Titanfall came out on Xbox One and everybody was so worried about how it was going to be on 360. And I think like the only thing that really got the downgrade was the graphics. Like that was the main that was really like the only draw of distance between the two games was just literally just the graphics. That was like it. Aside from that, the game still played pretty good, still flowed very well. So I was wondering like would that be the main difference between the generations? Would it just be the graphics, or would that include gameplay also, and just different other things that would come with the new generation? Like, I wonder. I want to actually like sit down and do a differentiation between the two generations to see how that will turn out.
Yeah, I mean, at least as far as I know, it's just the graphics that are different. Everything else is exactly the same.
Okay.
So,
Dope.
I didn't test it. But other people did. So, I mean, those maybe just from what I said when I mentioned the longer load times on the 360 versus the one. From what I've heard, it was just a couple seconds. It's nothing drastic. You're not going to be
Yeah.
sitting at a 360 screen for minutes at a time waiting for an area of the Cosmodrome to load in. So it was just a couple seconds longer.
Yeah, pretty much not unless you're sitting there with a
There are
watch
reports
time
that
and
the
be
fallen
like,
back at the
"This gonna hurry
Cosmodrome are
up."
keeping a pretty tight guard on the old Skywatch.
That's how I felt when the beta was downloading, because I was one of the people who had
The
fast alpha download but a slow beta download.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
the beta took forever. Like I was just sitting there, like I think it took almost a whole day because I had to do it at my girlfriend's house, and her internet was so much worse than mine. So I was just sitting there just watching. I think like it failed twice with the download. That it had to restart. I was like, oh my god. Oh.
I don't know what happened because
Okay,
I have good
the Skywatch
internet,
is just
so
on the other side
I
of the
just don't
steps.
know exactly why
And
it
it's
was
surrounded
you
by
know,
fallen. Well,
taking
I'm
as
ready
long
if
as it
you
did.
are.
So many people was downloading it at once. I'm pretty
Probably, I think I made that mistake. If I had done it earlier, I think I would have been fine. But I had to work when it was like kind of
sure. Yeah, same here.
just going out. I mean, I already had my code and everything, so I technically could have put. I mean, I don't know if it would have worked, and this is why I avoided it. I had thought about maybe like entering in the code on the PlayStation Store for the beta the day before it technically started, because I already had my code. But I decided not to because I was like, I don't want to screw things up and then have this code not work tomorrow. So I
that would be
just
another
waited.
thing that would induce tears. That I would cry.
Yes. At that point, I would have been. I would have been a very, very, very sad person at that point. So, but- so, some people were lucky they had fast download installs on the alpha and the beta. So, I'm hoping that once it comes out next Tuesday, I'm going to have not too long to play while it installs on the console.
And I don't care how long it takes. I'm just gonna be glad to have it.
Well, I already know I'm not sleeping, so.
This place must have been amazing before this.
I already got I had like so much PTO built up from my other jobs. I'm just literally I took like 3 days off, and I already get 3 days off, so I'm gonna be sitting there playing about 6 days straight.
Nice.
I'm
Up
gonna
the
be
hill, the building with the radar. That's the Skywatch.
That's all I'm doing. I mean, if Destiny comes out, I quit life. I'll just put it out there.
You begin a new life, my friend.
Pretty
You're
much
reborn.
next Tuesday, life as I know it is over. It's just Destiny. That's all.
Ooh, speaking of, what we didn't talk about though was which groups are you going to join?
Which groups?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
you mean what faction you're gonna join in?
Yeah, what factions? Yeah.
As far as I know, I'm leading towards the FWC. They just seem really cool to me. I mean, that's what I'm leaning towards right now. How about you guys?
I actually don't know myself personally. I'm probably gonna like look up some more stuff but from what I heard, because I've been hearing stuff like you saying, like FDC been
This
seeming
was
like
one of
a
Skywatch's
pretty good
old
choice, but I
array
don't know
stations.
yet.
A link
I'm
to
probably
the
like in the
lunar
next 2
colony.
days gonna make a solid choice towards what I want to do for sure.
Right. Joe, do you have a
Fallen sealed
preference right
escape.
now, or
I can get it open.
FWC or was it the New Monarch or what was it?
I think it may have been no. I think it was Dead Orbit. If you're talking about the one that was kind of in the location by the FWC, that was Dead Orbit. The New Monarch
Yeah,
guy
Dead
was,
Orbit.
I remember I made that joke when we walked past. I'm like, wow, this this Dead Orbit, they kind of seem like a almost spiritual group. I'm like, just because your tag is monk, you should join them. But I mean, FWC right now is my preference, but I'm going to wait until we actually know about the factions and when I actually learn about them, before I make my full and complete decision. So I think I don't know if you're going to be joined towards one faction, but I think you can still earn reputation throughout the other factions while you're still in yours, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a good thing, I think.
I think so too.
So, I mean, and just having clans in Destiny, that can be a lot of fun.
Smoke definitely.
Okay. I know they were having some issues with clan names, at least during the beta, because I'm part of, and Joe and I were part of the Guardian Radio Elders, so it was funny what was happening with like the naming issues they were having, because at some points, after a little bit, if you got your tag to say Guardian Radio Elders fully in the game, what would happen is shortly after it would just say Guardian Radio, and then the little four letters that you could have is like a clan tag. It was ELDR. So if that was fine for a little, shortly after it was just ELD. So hopefully they're going to fix that naming problem. I know we posted, I posted and some other people posted from the clan posted onto the Bungie support forums. They're like, hey, this issue isn't working, or this issue is there. I guess it wasn't as widespread as we thought, because at least me and another guy, we thought that it was a bigger issue than actually turned out to be. I guess not that many people were having that problem, but I know when I posted my thread into that Bungie.net forum, there were quite a few people coming up and saying like, yeah, this is happening along with mine as well. Thanks for posting this and getting it out there. So I guess it was a problem, an issue that was out there. So hopefully that will be addressed before. When the game comes out. Which, speaking on that note of clans, when the game is released on Tuesday, any clan that the clan that you were joined, you are going to have to go in and rejoin it for the console of your choice or both consoles. Because like after, they're going to be purging, I guess, the clan, so to speak. So you'll still be in that group on Bungie.net, but you're just going to have to reselect it as your clan once the game is released. So maybe when Destiny is installing on your console, downloading, whichever way you're going to do it, just log on to BNet and rejoin your clan, so you'll be good to go and won't miss out on anything, because there might be I'm not entirely sure, but there could be some clan specific rewards somewhere down the line, like maybe you'll get an emblem or something for having every member that you go into like a raid. If all 6 of those people are all in the same clan, maybe you'll get some sort of bonus or something, like a clan bonus. That would be interesting to see. Especially
like a clan bonus.
Yeah, maybe like if everybody on your team going into a raid is all in the same clan, maybe get like a extra experience points or something for having like a clan bonus that way.
That would be sick.
Yeah, that would be. Maybe like clan specific rewards. I don't know. So that would be cool to see. And then of course you just have that pleasure of going into multiplayer and having the enemy team look over and see, oh, all those people have the same clan tag. Well, they all have microphones. They'll all be talking together, and maybe the enemy team is just a bunch of random players, so they're not going to have that teamwork and cooperation unless they're all using their mics. As for if you see people all in the same clan on the enemy team, odds are they've all got microphones and are all talking to each other. So, best of luck.
Yeah, see, that's one thing I like about I really like about this game too is that unlike some of the other shooters, is that you only have to hear your own clan members, so you don't have to listen to half the junk that goes on.
Right. Yeah, I know that. I was actually pleasantly surprised because I didn't run into that a lot. I was fully expecting to run into a bunch of jerks online, but I think I only ran into one person who was
Monk? That guy.
No, it wasn't you. I think it was just some random guy one night. It was just some random person that was, just kind of talking crap and everything. It's like, well, I don't really want to hear this when I'm gaming, so, it was only that one time, so that was only really it wasn't a negative experience because I think if I turn on Destiny, it's almost impossible to have a negative experience when I was playing that game. So
that is true.
I think I'm going to have to try to have a negative experience while playing Destiny because I don't think it's just going to happen because it's just too much fun to play.
That's true.
Terence, I mean, what are some of the things that you're really looking forward to in Destiny?
Well, I know my main thing I'm really looking forward to is just probably something that's not like normal, that's looked at just by like people that's actually gonna play the game. But my favorite thing that I had saw when I was in there, just like the amount of voice acting and how good everything is, just how the story is going to be told and all that throughout, like how the voice acting is going to be. That's my main thing I'm really looking forward to. Because after you finish that first mission and you got to go back to the city, and you get to talking to oh my god, what was that guy's name? I don't remember exactly who it was.
The speaker?
Yeah, the speaker. Like that moment right there in the game is what really like opened it up to me. Like I know this storytelling is going to be on a whole nother level because that voice acting was just perfection. So that's really like one of my things I'm really looking forward to is like how the story is going to be told and everything, and just how the game is just going to come across as like this big epic story that possibly just won't end. I just hope it doesn't end. That's my main thing. So I'm really looking forward to that aspect of it, just how the game is going to like get told and everything, how the story is going to go.
Joe, what are you most looking forward to?
Playing. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't saying nobody else. I'll just be happy with playing.
You're like, so you waiting for that midnight? That's you waiting for that midnight.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm working that midnight. So
yeah, you and me, we are.
Yeah. I'm working during the day, so I ain't got to deal with all of the craziness.
I'm gonna have a lot of fun just going out there and talking to people about the game. That's what I'm looking forward to.
True.
Yeah, I'm going to be staying there all night anyway, so I'm.
Yeah.
Be like, get off the PS3, Terence. Get off PS4. Get off PS4.
You already know what time it is. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good thing because at least at GameStop, you're not allowed to have an M-rated game on display.
Mm-hmm. You gotta worry about that.
At least with the demo. Yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, that'll draw people in. I mean, have Destiny up on the PS4 display, and people can go over there and play some. Of course,
they reactivated the beta just for the midnight, just so like we could play it beforehand. Just imagine it. That would be so beautiful.
I think there'd be a lot of people calling out that midnight.
Yeah.
I coming in. I
kind of think there would. I kind of think there would be people that are playing the beta and then forget all about the midnight release until like 2:00 in the morning. Like, oh shoot, I thought I was playing Destiny already. I forgot to pick up my game. Nuts. So, but I mean, it's almost a surreal feeling knowing that we're so close, 5 days away, Tuesday, so close, and we're about to enter this stage where we're no longer going to be talking about the hype. We're no longer going to be speculating on the game. But, next week we're going to be able to be talking about the game itself, what's happened in the game, and how it's going to stay. Because Tuesday is it. That's everything. Yeah, that's the full package. Things, of course, may change. Weapon like, I don't know, weapon output, input, statistics might change, throughout it. But once you get that game, that's the game. There's no having to worry about, your character getting deleted unless something horrible happens and your character is just deleted from existence itself. But I mean, once you get it, you're going to be able to start sitting there and be able to say like, hey, Destiny is this, Destiny is that, instead of just giving your own opinion. You're going to have that central opinion. I mean, you're going to just have that central thing that you can say, like, Destiny is a great game. I mean, I'm already saying that it's a fantastic game. I think the best game I've ever played. And I am 100% certain that I'm going to still be saying that after Tuesday, because I didn't find one thing that I didn't like about Destiny. There wasn't one thing I didn't like about it.
Yeah, I agree with that. It is one of the most well-crafted games I've played in a long time. I can tell you that.
And
craftsmanship, that's a good way to put it. It is well crafted.
I know we were talking about this in last week's episode, but they've been working on this for, over 5 years and everything, because they were working on this when they were making Halo 3 ODST. Because, I mean, you'll be walking around ODST, and if you're walking around New Mombasa and see the poster hanging on the walls that is just the blue orb, which is Earth, and a white orb above it, it's like, oh, hey, that's probably the moon. But after they started releasing things about Destiny, you find out, oh, no, that was an Easter egg that they put in ODST for Destiny. Because that white orb above the Earth, that wasn't the moon. That's the Traveler.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember seeing that. So I saw an article about that, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I mean, that's just amazing. And that
they carried through with it.
Yeah, that they carried through.
That's what was amazing.
I mentioned earlier about the amount of Easter eggs that it's going to be so much fun finding the Easter eggs in Destiny. The last Easter egg in Halo 3, which came out 7 years ago, was just found a couple months ago. The last Easter egg. I mean, it took 7 years to find all the Easter eggs in Halo 3. So with a game that is just on a so much grander scale than Halo, I mean, it's going to probably take years to find all the Easter eggs in Destiny as well. I mean, that's just going to be...
It's beautiful to know that, like, they care so much about, like, their fans and all that, and people that they know that's going to follow this game and just going to play it. There's going to be, like, a group of people who's going to be dedicated to finding these, and Bungie knows it. And they know that, and then they put those in there just pretty much as, like, a love letter to us, because they know that we want to see that kind of stuff. And that's beautiful that they care enough to put that kind of stuff in the game.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, already on Bungie.net, I mean, there were already groups going up before clans were officially announced for Destiny. There were already groups going up for people that are going to be dedicated to going out and finding all the secrets that Destiny has to offer. So now there's going to be clans dedicated to that, groups dedicated to it, people that are just going to go out there and, they're going to play the game, of course, but their main bulk of their time is going to be dedicated to going out and finding everything that Bungie put in the game. Maybe signs towards Destiny 2, whatever that's going to be called.
Destiny Steel.
Just all these things, it's going to be amazing. And I would probably, I mean, it's going to be obvious. I mean, clearly there might not be a Halo Easter egg in Destiny, of course, but I think it would be pretty cool to find one in there. But just because, they're Sony now, maybe, or at least with Sony now, and that it's releasing on a Sony console, maybe that won't appear. And as I just now thought of, maybe that'll be something specific for the Xbox. Maybe Xbox players going around somewhere will be able to find, I don't know, maybe a Spartan helmet lying in the sand or something. Maybe have that call out to the way Halo Reach ended, to where Noble 6, you just see his helmet laying there in the ground. Maybe it would be cool to just be walking around on Mars and find a Spartan helmet laying in the sand and think like, okay, Bungie, they love the Halo community. They love their Xbox players, and they, they just openly tell, I mean, of course, they're not forgetting about anyone. They love all their players. They love everyone in their community. But I think that would just be really cool to maybe have, like, on the Xbox editions, just have maybe, I don't know, some small little call out to Halo. I think that would be pretty cool.
You know, there's this one pitcher. I guess it was it was one of the pitchers for Destiny. It's one of the, I don't want to say infamous, but one of the most pronounced pitchers. It's a picture of a hunter, and he's looking forward, and all you see is like his
The back of his helmet.
yeah, it looks like Master Chief.
That's actually the cover art.
Yeah,
the hunter on the cover art. Yeah,
yeah.
the back of the hunter's helmet does.
I mean,
look like
was I the only one that thought that?
No, there were a ton of people, and I've actually told people that have come into the store and they were talking about it or something. I actually took one of the the display case, and I'm like, yeah, look at the back of the hunter's helmet. Doesn't it look like Master Chief's? Mm-hmm. So that could be a little call out to their Halo days and everything. So I mean, that probably is a call out. So, but I think it would be pretty interesting. You know, I don't doubt that there is going to be some little Halo Easter egg laying somewhere around in Destiny. Just whenever somebody finds it, it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. I can't wait to find some of these Easter eggs. Yeah. Hey, well, this time next week, we won't have to be saying that anymore. This time next week, we can officially say, let's go play Destiny instead of I want to play Destiny.
That's going to be a beautiful feeling.
It is a beautiful feeling just knowing that it's just right around the corner. Just a few more days. It's going to be outstanding when it releases. And, you know, I bet that there's going to be some sort of special event going on next weekend. Maybe an Iron Banner all throughout the weekend. So maybe starting Friday night, going all the way through Sunday. Maybe there's going to be the Iron
points.
Banner. Oh gosh, you're going to have those Titans and everything level 29. Well, I think it's going to be amazing playing this game, earning all these points, and now knowing that all the spin metal that we like to collect and all the Vanguard points.
Spin metal's my crack.
All the Vanguard points and all the
I've been smoking spin metal.
Crucible reputation. It's just nice knowing that next time we play Destiny, we won't have to worry about losing any of that because it's going to be there. It's going to be there to stay. And
spin metal.
It is the game. So, you know, it's going to be just fantastic. Next week is going to be so great.
Good day.
Good day, good week, good month.
I'll sell my Destiny art book for some spin metal.
Okay, I think it's okay, everyone. It is official. You've heard it here first on Game Scoop Thursdays. When you get into Destiny, look for Monk 57 because he is going to be the official spin metal dealer. Just find him and
metal head.
He'll hook you up.
It is legal. It is very legal.
It is because
Kanye West. This is so exclusive.
I like spin metal.
It's a crafting material, isn't it? So yeah, you're just crafting.
Craft.
It's Gucci.
It's Gucci. Yeah, that's right. That's
Gucci.
Louis Vuitton.
Joe's going to be making some
Versace.
Gucci. Going to be making some Gucci
all
quality armor.
I got Versace.
Hey, we're gonna make our jackets out of the spin metal, babe.
Spin metal jackets.
I'm gonna bring a rooster up to work dressed in spin metal. Cleto, come here, Cleto.
Work.
Oh man, you're gonna have spin metal suits, spin metal hats, maybe even a car made out of spin metal.
This is so exclusive.
Spin metal interior for your ship in Destiny.
All
What
right.
you see that you see my Sparrow? Yeah, that the seat is made out of quality grade A spin metal.
I'm the only one that had it. This is
Vanilla and peanut butter spin metal.
Spin metal sandwiches. I wonder if that would be a possibility.
I'm
Spin
gonna
metal.
have indigestion for years.
Break your teeth off on some of that.
Ooh, yeah.
No.
Oh gosh, it's just gonna be fun. Well, you
Ain't
know,
nobody got time for that.
well, actually, you know, speaking of things that would carry over, I think that the Grimoire score,
The cards.
I think that is actually carrying over.
I'd
not
love
just-
to see those. I'd love to see those.
Yeah, I know that if you look at it, a bunch of them now, it's just like information, classified, redacted. It's like, oh, yep, you just
The Bureau.
knowing Bungie, you know that, of course, that it's going to happen because Bungie, so much of a tease. They love doing that. Click on the card, expect some information, redacted. Okay, I'll just wait. 5 days now. 5 days, then you can read to your heart's content about the cards.
They'll be like, Joe, what'd you do? I redacted all over myself after I ate some spin metal.
It's just going to be. So
spin metal while he at work. He's gonna be sitting there scratching his neck. You'll be like, you know what? I need my spin metal. I don't know about y'all.
Spin metal sandwich.
So I think the Grindmore
done
score carries
redacted
over.
all over myself again.
Spin metal rehab.
Sorry, man. Go ahead.
So I think Grindmore score carries over, but please don't show up to my house with torch and pitchforks if I am mistaken on that, because there is a very good chance that I might be. But as my dog is starting to chew on all of the cables I have spewed about my room right now, I think this will be as good a time as any to close out episode 3, which is our first of 4 episodes for Destiny Month, continuing all September long. I think this is a good time to close it. So just on that note, remember you can send us your comments and feedback. We'd love to know. We'd love to hear about and discuss on the show what you think of Destiny and what you're expecting from it, and really what your thoughts are after you're able to play it. So you can send those into feedback@gamescoopthursdays.com. Our forums are pretty much, it's a fully operational battle station now. We've got our gaming forums up. We have dedicated sections for Destiny and Halo. I think Elder Scrolls is on there right now. So we want to know what you think and what sections you'd like to, what game-specific sections you'd like to see on there. So you can find those on our website, which is gamescoopthursdays.com. And if you experience any sort of website errors at all, you can email Jeremy at support@gamescoopthursdays.com because he handles everything with the website.
Feel free to feel free to send any donations of spin metal to www.crazybunk.com. www.spinmetalsandwich biscuits and jelly.
Biscuits and jelly and spin metal. It's so delicious.
That's a good one. We're gonna have to make those.
After that.
So
I got a rash.
let's see. I think that covers. We're also going to be working on getting the podcast rolled out to iTunes at some point here. So look forward to all of that, and of course you can find us on Twitter @GameScoopThurs, and you can find us on Facebook by searching out GameScoop Thursdays. We have a page going on there, and also YouTube where, yeah, I mentioned that. And also YouTube where you can currently find our episodes with, I guess, some of the gameplay from the alpha and beta that we had. They're going to be going there. And so that wraps things up. I am Captain Novabomb, signing off our first episode of Destiny Month.
Silly monk here, saying goodbye to all y'all. Sleep tight, and we will see you soon.
And Terence, are you going to say goodbye to all our audience?
Bye-bye. I was just waiting to get asked. That's all I was doing.
Treat it like home, man. Treat it like home.
I know I got to do it. I just had to be a little bit silly for it. But yeah, now everybody take it easy. Destiny coming out next Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So you can see us on there. I can't wait.
Destiny Tuesday.
Next podcast, we'll actually be talking about how we played Destiny and not how we had played Destiny. So we will see everybody next Thursday. Have a good week.